In this video, I'm going to talk about human design and emotions, and specifically the not self theme and signature. So if you'd like to understand more about the emotional experiences that you're having as it relates to human design and how some emotional experiences, good and bad, are really, really helpful on your journey with human design, then buckle in. This video is for you. Now, if we've never met before, I'm Carolyn Southwell. I'm a projector in human design, and I have been learning about, experimenting, and teaching human design for 9 years at the point of recording this video. So you could say I've been around the block a few times, and I've looked at human design from multiple angles, and I've come to the realization that the emotional themes for each human design type, both the not self theme, which is our negative emotion or the emotion that feels bad, and our signature, which is our so-called positive emotion or the emotional experience that feels good, they're super important and they're not talked about enough, in my opinion. So when our not self theme shows up, now I should just put a pin in this. If your human design chart does not show the not self theme and signature for your human design type, I'll put a link below this video where you can get the Intro to Human Design course that I created, very affordable. It runs through each of the not self themes and signatures for the human design types in detail. So you'll be able to get a lot out of that. But in this video, I mostly want to just talk high level about what these are and why they're important. So the not self theme for each human design type is there as a little poke, a prod to go, hey, you're kind of off track. Can you please go back to following your strategy and inner authority, which hopefully at this point you know a little bit about already. There's more information as well about strategy in that intro course that I mentioned. So if you're also struggling with that, there's info in there. So the not self theme, these so-called negative emotions, are not bad. You're not messing it up if you experience that emotional theme for your human design type. It is just there as a friendly poke, a friend with a poking stick to go, oi, you're off track. It's time to get back on track again. Okay, so if you can see your not self theme as a friend who has your back, albeit they do it in a little bit of an uncomfortable way, but you're not that you're failing, not that you're effing it up, but as like a little signpost to go, whoop, going the wrong way, then it can really help guide you to make your life work so much better, to have you live your potential in your human design. So that's what the not self theme is about. Now, the signature, which is talked about even less than the not self theme, we hear so much stuff about not self, but there's not that much about signature. And signature is the so-called positive emotion or experience that you have when you are on track. When you experience the signature for your human design type, which you may be aware of at this point in time, what your unique signature is, then that is like the friend who is the cheerleader that celebrates you at every turn and says, yay, you're doing so well, you're on track, keep going, right? So the signature is like your cheerleader, yeah? Both of them are your friends. Both of them, the not self-theme, so-called negative, and the signature, the so-called positive emotional experience, are there to help you. Tell you when you got off track, tell you when you're nailing it, okay? And that's what they're for. Now, quick side note, if you are somebody who has looked at the not self themes and signatures, and maybe you've looked at them for other human design types, maybe you're somebody who teaches human design to other people and you're like, or you've looked up the charts of family members and you've looked at their not self theme and signature and go, oh, well, I'm this human design type, but that other person experiences that thing. Do I not experience that? Newsflash, you are a human being. Sometimes we can get a little bit lost in the human design world and try and look at everything through the lens of just human design. And sometimes we need to remember to zoom out. You are a human being with a mammalian nervous system similar to mammals, right? The rest of our mammal brothers and sisters. You'll experience all the emotions, but the not self theme and signature for your human design type are your two best buddies that are there to really help you get on track and stay on track. Yeah. So it doesn't mean that you don't experience all the things. It doesn't mean that if you're a projector, you don't occasionally feel anger or satisfaction or any of the other emotional themes that we have within human design. But those are the two emotional themes to pay the most attention to, because they will be the most helpful for you as you live out the power and beauty of the potential of your human design. Now, if this video is helpful, you're always going to find more resources below each video. You can tell me in the comments what was most helpful. And you can share it with somebody else who you feel like it would be helpful. If you've got a community of human design learners, you can pop it in there. And otherwise, you can like, subscribe, do any of the things that make sense to you. And I'll see you next time.